Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Spotlight here with Afrovibes TV. My name is Harmony, and besides me, I have the lovely Usenica, Lucky, and Laura. Welcome, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Harmony.
Absolutely. It's such an honor to have every single one of you guys here. And honestly, the luck has been on our side because it's such a great honor to have you here today, straight from the UK,
Thank you.
And we all know the way to a man's heart is through the stomach. Let me correct myself because I'm so hungry, you guys. We're going to dive deep into this beautiful event that Mr. Lucky himself has curated for us. Please tell us more about it. What inspired you to feed the children?
Okay. So Afroflavour Food Festival has one objective, and that's to mainstream African cuisine.
Okay.
We see that African cuisine has the potential to be a $10 billion market by 2035.
Okay.
And one of the things we want to do to achieve this is a series of food festivals across the major cities of the world, in the US and in the United Kingdom, and then parts of Europe.
Okay.
The inspiration for this is it starts with a desire for us to purchase a restaurant in Manchester and spending a lot of time in different restaurants in Manchester and realizing that there's not a lot of traffic in African restaurants every day, unlike restaurants that serve other types of cuisine. So we realized that there's a gap, and then we set up a company to sort of fill that gap. And we do a number of things. We do events, and food festivals are one of those events.
Yes,
and
my favorite.
Festivals, we want to bring together people from different nations and different races to try African food, realize that it's amazing, it's full of flavor, it's tasty, it's extremely organic and healthy. And a lot of the foods that Africans serve are actually quite therapeutic. They're good for the body.
They
For
really
example,
are.
if you eat okra is very good for diabetes and blood sugar. So we need to promote that.
Okay.
So we set up to do food festivals, bring all these people into one space, make sure they have a fabulous time, try and love African food. So when they go home, they'll buy more of it.
Exactly.
The market for African
exactly. They will show up with their knife and forks, and they will leave
food
with their hands. Just listen, leave the knife and fork at home because here we're going to we're going to dive in, you guys.
Healthy.
Wow. So where do you ladies come in? So how do you contribute to this beautiful event that Lucky has curated for us?
So we are going, me and the lovely Miss Lara over there, we are the event planners.
Okay.
And so our job is to make sure that everything that we require for this event is processed properly. Our job is to make sure that the whole planning process goes smoothly and that we have everyone on board that needs to be on board. And that we do all the promoting and we get enough sponsors and we make sure that, the whole of the city of Houston and Katy is aware of our events because we don't want to leave any vendors out. We want to make sure that everyone has the opportunity to know about the festival so that they can participate in it.
Wow.
So all the details from planning till execution, that's what me and Miss Lara here.
So it sounds like you guys have one of the greatest jobs ever. Do you guys taste the food too? Like, are you guys tasters or?
Trust me, we've had a lot of tasting.
Yes, and speaking, I'm telling you,
it's been an amazing experience. I'm telling you. So Houston is so rich when it comes to African food, and because Houston is such a huge melting pot of diversity, there's so much. The richness is virtually untapped right now.
It really is.
And so we have a handful.
And I honestly
cover the whole city. I'm telling you.
No, and I admire all of you guys. What you guys have done, honestly, not only for us here as a collective, but for the community as well. Because, like you said earlier, food is extremely therapeutic. And honestly, no matter what emotion you're feeling or what mood you're in, food is never the problem. It's always a solution. So tell us a little bit more, Miss Lara.
Yes, thank you so much.
Of course.
Also, I would love to add to the fact that food is very therapeutic. And at the same time, we want to thank America for opening the doors to African food. Because at one point in time, we couldn't bring our food into the country. So now, here we are with Afro Food Festival.
Hey!
Really? Thank you,
And guess
America.
what? I have a little history to the fact that you just brought up.
Yes,
The
thank
current
you.
mayor of the city of Houston was single-handedly instrumental in the 80s and early 90s in opening that door to make sure that our
Thank
authentic,
you.
food from Africa and other immigrant countries was able to come in
That's a huge
under
difference.
regulation. Yes, so we need to thank Mayor Whitmer for that.
No, seriously,
something he
shout
did
out
way
to the
before he became
mayor.
mayor.
Yeah, shout
Thank
out
you,
to the
Mayor.
mayor, to the Houston community. You guys come out, enjoy this beautiful event with us. It's coming up December 28th. And speaking of the mayor and the American culture, you guys, how do we, because everyone wants to be a part of the culture, but how do we tell them, how do you eat like the African food? Because we're going to have jollof there. I was going to say fufu. Is fufu going to be there?
Oh, yes.
All kinds like chicken as well. Aside from, because everybody says fufu, but we have different names for all these items.
Okay.
So we do have amala, and the amala is from yam flour, which is very healthy.
Okay.
It comes with either jute leaf, which is also very healthy. Most African foods are very healthy and organic, just like Lucky mentioned a few minutes ago.
They are whole food.
Yes, it's whole food, so it's gonna be piping hot, and you're gonna use your natural tools. I call them tools. No cutlery. Natural. You get it? Natural.
Dig in. I'm telling you, when you said hot, another thing came to mind. I was like, you better get your asses ready, like, because spicy food. But
You're gonna go in one way and come out the other.
Yes.
Oh no, it's gonna stay. It's gonna stay.
But no, honestly, that's such a great point. Speaking of food, no, you guys, literally what you are doing and I remember you said that the reason of this, the inspiration was because you also wanted to start a restaurant. Honestly, when you were growing up back in your homeland, okay, so Nigeria, like, did you spend a lot of time in the kitchen with your mother, grandmother? Like, what's up? Like, tell me a little bit more what really wanted you to even open a restaurant. Did you see something nasty somewhere? You're like, no, I never want to eat here again. Like, what happened?
No, nothing like that.
Okay.
So growing up, I didn't learn how to cook. My mom wasn't big on teaching boys how to cook.
Yes.
That's fine. But I did develop a taste for food, so I like to eat. You can tell from my style.
Yes.
And
still very healthy and lean because African food, okay, baby, it's healthy.
So about 10, 15 years ago, I owned a chain of shawarma shops in Lagos.
Oh, sure.
So that was my first foray into the food business, and I loved it. It was a great business. You get to meet a lot of people, you make lots of friends, and you make people happy by selling good quality food.
Yeah, absolutely. I always thought shawarma was Indian cuisine. I didn't know.
Well, it started originally in Asia.
Oh, okay.
Most popularly with the Lebanese, and then it's become an African thing. The Lebanese brought it to Lagos.
And that's a conversation that we're actually having here. You see how that particular menu has traveled all the way from its root country around the world? That is the same thing that we believe African cuisine deserves. So that's part of Lucky's vision in setting up this food festival. Yeah, no, that's a great point. You want to know something that, like, you just literally, something went in my mind because not too long ago, I went to the grocery store, you guys, and I was in the seasoning section getting my basil, little sea salt, whatever, and I saw a jollof seasoning. Really? How do you guys feel about that? Made by honestly, I didn't even touch it. I was so, like, I saw it and I felt a little disrespected because I'm like, how do you have a jollof seasoning? You just can't put this in the rice and then you have jollof already. There's no single recipe for jollof seasoning. So knowing that there is
there is actually somewhere in this part of Houston. And it's I'm not advertising for stores yet, but I'll tell you, there's some stores you can actually walk into in Houston on Westheimer, and you can actually buy your jollof in the bag, and all you need to do is put in the microwave.
Wow.
And it's done within a few seconds.
Do you hear this? And this is why you said that, right?
It is. Right.
It is.
Okay, so because now now knowing the audience and the viewers and for anyone else that wants to learn how to make jollof and knowing that there is a cheat code, how does that make you guys feel knowing that you are like aboriginal makers of this beautiful dish? How does it make you feel?
Well, the difference,
Really?
the difference I say is in the taste as well.
Yeah.
Okay, now you're hitting the
So
point.
yes,
Mhm.
it's on the taste.
Mhm.
So because when you cook authentic jollof rice, there's a smoky flavor to it
Okay.
that you may not get from the food from the freezer. But if we cook it, you're gonna have come to the jollof world.
Yeah.
Oh well, love.
That's a jollof love for
So
me.
that's actually one of the attractions that we're going to be having at the food
Yes.
festival.
Mhm.
And we're going to be having what we call Jollof Love instead of Jollof Wars.
Mhm.
And we've already had almost 7 countries sign up already.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Yes.
we're going to have chefs from several different African countries
Oh,
line
wow.
up live,
And
set up, and cook their country's native version of jollof
Jollof rice.
rice.
Wow.
for
From
the-
scratch
for-
with no
from
seasoning,
scratch.
right from the store.
Yes,
Right.
for the
Exactly.
guests to see
Mhm.
and taste. And so they're
That's
going to be
amazing.
judged based on that. And I think that the question that the world has been waiting on
Mhm.
as whose jollof rice is the best is going to be
Mm.
answered on December
So
28th.
sure, I need you to be there. Another
Right
point,
here in the city of Katy.
yes.
Yes.
Another thing I would also love to add is that Afro Food Festival is out there to also showcase that African food can be fused, African fusion.
Mhm.
We can fuse it with Mex. We can have Afro Mex. We can have Afro
Absolutely.
Caribbean. We can
Mhm.
have Afro
Asian.
Asian.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
it opens doors for so
So
many
Absolutely.
opportunities and for businesses within the community.
Mhm.
Because our interest here, in as much as we're running this,
Mhm.
is also we want to affect Texas positively with the
Right.
food vibes from
Okay.
Africa.
Correct.
Okay, so you're saying like you're open to kind of like collaborating with
Yes.
other
Oh, yeah,
cuisines
sure.
kind of thing. So
Correct.
okay, so we're going to expect more than just jollof and
Oh, yeah.
Nigerian
Absolutely.
cuisine. So
Yes.
okay, well,
Okay, so it's not
Like you
just
see on
Nigerian
the flyer.
cuisine.
okay,
We're going to have cuisine from many African countries.
okay,
We're also going to have some Caribbean cuisine and
Mhm.
some American cuisine.
okay. I
Yes.
gotcha.
Yeah, so we're going to have a food festival that's
Yeah.
going to be popular.
Yeah, really quick before we proceed, hold on because I want to go back to that seasoning thing really quick. You said it was nice. I heard your perspective. What do you think about that?
So I'm a little on your
And be
your
honest,
side.
because I put some type of
Honestly,
Mhm.
okay. So when you mentioned what you said,
Mhm.
it really resonated with me because I feel like yes, we can have fusion, but we have to know how valuable it is to keep the authenticity of our flavors.
Absolutely.
Because
I agree on that.
I saw a
Preach.
video on Instagram recently, and it was actually a white girl who was born and raised in Nigeria complaining about how she was trying to eat amala in the UK, and it didn't even taste anything like what she grew up on in Nigeria. And she was really furious, and it was a call to action from her to the motherland to say, where you all, your flavors are being,
Watered
bastardized
down.
here,
Yeah.
watered down.
Exactly.
And so that's one of the reasons that I believe that Afroflavour is, in existence because we also run what we call a food business conference
Yeah.
where we talk about these things, and we need to educate the community, the industry, on how to keep our food flavors authentic.
Yes.
Otherwise, if we don't stand as our own guardians for our own
gatekeepers of
cuisine,
our culture.
we don't
Yeah.
stand as gatekeepers of our own culture.
Yes.
The world is Afrocentric right now. They are ready to take it away from us and bastardize it. And we don't want
Exactly.
that. We don't want someone in 2 generations down the line eating jollof rice and it's not even
Yeah,
authentic.
and then you can just go get the seasoning and just put it in the rice, and that's it. No, I agree
So
with you.
Let me. different
Yeah.
perspective.
Let's hear it because.
So, our research has shown that foods evolve.
Okay.
If you eat Chinese, if you order sweet and sour chicken in New York,
Mm-hmm.
when it comes, it's different from
Yes.
sweet and sour chicken in London or in Manchester.
Yes.
So foods evolve.
Okay.
Now, one of the reasons why Chinese food is so popular
Mm-hmm.
is because it's easy to cook and quick to cook.
Okay.
So putting jollof in a pot, in a bowl, and then you take it home, add water, and you have jollof rice. That's one of the ways to make it more convenient for other people to eat jollof rice. So yes, even though you lose a bit of the authenticity of the taste, you're propagating the meal. It's traveling further and further around the world until the day comes when you'll enter into every country in the world and you'll find African restaurants serving jollof. There's no country in the world you pop into that you won't find Chinese food.
Okay.
And they taste different.
It does
in
taste
different
different.
countries, but it's still Chinese food. And guess what? And here's one of the most interesting things that I found out. What you eat in the West as Chinese food is not what the Chinese eat at home in China.
Exactly.
It's different.
It is.
That's the evolution of the food. But it's necessary for the food to travel far and wide to become accepted in different climes, different cultures, different countries.
Yes. And on that note, listen, I'm over here still standing on business, okay?
Waiting for
Listen, jollof, it's authenticity is very important, like we all touched on. Convenience is also just as important as well. I believe that before you get convenience, at least know how to authentically prepare the meal first.
Right.
And if you really want convenience, like how our mothers and everyone would do, they will prep things and put it in the freezer. So when the convenience is needed, they just take it out, thaw it out, throw the sauce in the pot, and that's it. So we can agree to disagree.
All right.
And we have so much more for you beautiful people out there. Just stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to the Spotlight here with Afrovibes TV, again with my lovely, at this point, family, because I'll be in the kitchen eating with them, okay, on December 28th at Afro Food Festival, so please don't miss out. I have my lovely Seneca, Lucky, and Miss Lara. So welcome back, everyone. And honestly, I want to continue diving deeper into this event because there's so many dimensions, so many layers, so many ins and outs. So tell us more. What's the hot spots? Like, what is something that, is it kid friendly as well? Or is this just for adults?
It's kid friendly.
Oh, it is like family friendly?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So what else can we look forward to besides the food, right? Which we're all excited about.
Okay. So because it's a family-friendly event, kids from 0 to 10 go free.
Oh.
Kids from 11 to 15 pay $5.
Okay.
And then the general access ticket is $25.
Okay.
Which enters you into a raffle draw to win a ticket to Paris if you're lucky, like I am. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm ready to go for that ticket.
Yeah, I'm doing the ticket, and when I show up, if I say I'm 10, please just mind your business.
Okay, cool. So there's also going to be a number of live performances. We're going to put some cultural dancers performing on the day. There's going to be live performances from African musicians. We're going to have 2 DJs, one Nigerian DJ and one Angolan DJ. We're going to have 2 MCs on that day, one Nigerian MC and one Cameroonian MC.
Hello.
Oh, wow.
This is our Nigerian MC.
Did you mention the lady DJ?
Yes. So the lady DJ is going to be DJ Toxic. The Angolan DJ is DJ Rosario.
Okay.
We're also
Shout out to the DJs.
Yep.
Are we
So
throwing in
we're trying to bring
Uh-huh.
an African dimension to this thing. It's not a Nigerian event.
Yeah.
So there's also going to be displays of fashion from Africa.
Yeah.
So when Africans
Bring
gather,
your money, your wallets.
Bring your.
We accept everything. Zelle, PayPal, Cash App,
Venmo.
write checks. Listen, we collecting change. Even if you have 1,000 pennies, bring it.
Yes.
Bring your crypto.
So there's
Bring your
going to
Bitcoin.
pop-up shops with fashion, art, books. When we were in Baltimore, we had a guy who brought some really beautiful African carvings. We had paintings.
Wow.
So there's going to be all sorts of African elements of culture on display for purchase, and it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing.
That's lovely. So you
we
get
have
food.
Sierra Leonean food coming on board with the called Freetown African Market. We have Cameroonian food coming on board. We have Ghanaian food coming on board.
Yes.
We have Nigerian food coming on board. South
Africans usually don't even go out there, but they're on this event.
Wow.
So we're going to get a lot of food vendors out there. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, so pretty much it's Africa to the world.
Right.
That's what we say.
Africa to the world.
Yeah.
To the world.
All about music, dance, fashion, everything.
Yeah, so are the dancers traveling from any of the homelands or
No,
they?
no, the dancers are here.
Oh, okay, because I was already seeing the village dancers. That's what I was already seeing.
Dancers.
Yeah.
Dancers.
Okay.
And they're quite popular already, so
Wow.
it's going to be a good attraction.
Wow.
Well, one thing I want to say is that I think that people really, because Houston is such a huge melting pot of, the culture already, people are already used to so many other, food festivals happening. But one thing that I think has really resonated with our event is that because we've been hitting a lot of the different restaurants and stores, you know, the industry is actually really feeling the impact. And it just made me realize that you guys need us, you know, food vendors, restaurants, food importers, manufacturers of food, African food, authentic food. You need us because we are the platform that helps you to synergize. We are the catalyzers of the industry. You come out to a food festival and you are able to see people with businesses on the same street with you, and you are able to have a sneak peek into, what they offer, what they do, and able to adjust your own services accordingly or make it better. So this is actually great competition for the whole industry. And I'm really, really excited that we are at the stage where we're beginning to appreciate that as a community.
Yeah.
So this is really, really, it could have come up at a better time.
Yeah, absolutely. And healthy competition.
Very healthy competition.
Yeah. So because, people like to take things out of proportion. So I just had to throw that healthy in there for you, sis. I got you. And honestly, listen, I don't really do festivals, okay? I grew up going to like the state fair kind of thing. That's the most festival I'll do. I'm really excited about this. Not just because I've met you beautiful people and I've gotten to just feel the warmth, honestly. Look at you over there, girl. One thing I would say is food is so important. We all know it's important to make it with love, to make it where it's like it nourishes the body. Everything flows with ease and benevolence. Honestly, y'all come through with this. Come to this event. It's going to be so amazing. I mean, the curator's name is Lucky already. If you want to get a little razzle dazzle of luck, come and join us here. Because food, honestly, I'm very picky, and I know a lot of people can say the same, because not everyone is making it with the proper intentions. You go, people are angry cooking your food or anything. You know what I mean? I'm saying this is such a big responsibility to be in, because the food is the first brain, I think, to be honest. If your stomach is happy, everything is happy.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Quickly also chip in terms of the tickets as well, like we do have $25.
How do people get tickets?
But we also have the VIPs.
Oh.
Trust me, the VIP, please rush for it. It's a beauty to behold. We have something in stock.
Treats
that we're not going to declare here. We just want to surprise you.
Yes.
Because it's a beautiful location, I have to say it. That location is screaming luxury.
It is.
Wow. Luxury. You're going to be in awe when you get in there. So please get your tickets as fast as you can.
Yeah. It's not your regular venue.
And the VVIP suite. That's part of it.
Yeah. So you want to explain a little bit more about that?
Yeah, probably.
We have three.
Let's explain.
Okay, so we have three kinds of tickets. The $25, the general acceptance ticket.
Yes.
Then the $75 VIP ticket, which gives you access to the VIP lounge, gives you a meal, gives you a cocktail, special sitting, and privileged access. Then we have the VVIP suite. We have three of the suites up for taking. Each costs $5,000. Seats of 20 to 25 people. They get unlimited food. They get their own bar with an allocation of drinks. They also get a waiter, and they get white linen and nice crockery, and they're basically living the VIP experience on the inside, and they're still part of the fair on the outside. And two of the suites are on the first floor of the building, so they can look down on the food festival from the ground and have like a VIP
experience of everything.
And we were there yesterday, and they were blown away.
Wow!
Yes,
totally
it's a beauty to behold.
It's a beautiful thing.
Oh my gosh, you guys, are you hiring for the event? Listen, even if I could be a fly on the wall, I need to listen.
If I have to say so myself, this festival, and I've hosted so many other festivals. This festival is actually
going to be a hitter.
Yeah, this is a festival with a difference, and I'm glad that it's going to be, so diverse. Other African countries are also going to be on display as well.
What a great way to honor this.
Come on out.
Our Sierra Leonean brothers are coming in large numbers.
Thank you.
Angolan brothers are coming. Our Cameroonian brothers are coming. Ghanaian brothers.
Ooh, we love to hear
Africa.
brothers are coming to these brothers are coming.
Hurry up, hurry up. Spaces are getting limited. Hurry up. Spaces are getting limited.
Brothers.
Hurry up.
You know how handsome those Sierra Leonean brothers can be?
I'm telling you.
Come on down.
The brothers are coming. Hi, Joe. Yes. Everyone, you want to be there. This is what a great way to celebrate this year. Honestly, like all the way from the UK. I mean, it's such an honor to just be amongst greatness because you started this. I mean, think about it for 1 second, you guys. God literally created this moment for all of us to be sitting here in this moment. It's such a miracle on its own.
It is.
And it's such a big accomplishment to be able to say that you are a curator of such a phenomenal event and you have great support besides you. And yes, you guys, first of all, us ladies, we do our thing, right?
Yeah,
you know the
sure.
best, because we're good at cooking, we're good at paying attention to details and all of these things. But yeah, this is your first annual here in the U.S., so you're coming from
in Houston.
Oh, in Houston.
Yes.
Oh, wait. So where else have you done this?
So we had an event in Baltimore on the 3rd of August, and before then we had an event in DC on the 4th of May. It was part of the bigger Passport DC thing. We collaborated with our partner, the Nigerian Center. They were asked to represent Nigeria. They were asked to curate the Nigerian expression more correctly. And they asked us to work with them, and so we did. We helped set up the food, the fashion, and the art sections of the expression. It was beautiful.
Wow.
It was beautiful.
Wow.
Really cool.
So you're going to continue to rise, and this is going to continue to expand and blow up. Listen, support while it's still while it's still important, okay? Don't support when it becomes cool and stuff because listen, I will be the generator at this event. If I listen in any way, shape, or form, I will be there. I'm telling you. So outside of that too, listen, the brothers will be there. I'm sure the sisters will be too.
Show up, sisters. Come represent.
Looking really good. So come with your stomach on E, okay? Come looking good, but come with your stomach on E because there's gonna be a lot of great food, great drinks, the ambiance. Listen, great fashion. So come with your money.
I wish Lucky could stand up so y'all can see his.
Oh, is this part of the fashion?
Oh yeah, it's part of the fashion.
Oh, very stylish actually. Are you gonna be able to?
I don't see anything though.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if they can see anything.
Yeah. But the man is very. Yeah.
Very
Can you see? Can you see?
fashionable.
You want to stand up one more time? Yeah. So the pants. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but there will be tailored there. Are they like making? Is there anyone gonna be like making clothes on the scene, or is it just going to be like?
One of the
already
vendors will take your measurements and do your customized.
And we eventually want to grow to the place where you can actually see authentic raffia being done right on the festival grounds.
What's that?
The materials, grass materials that you can use to make bags and shoes and things like that. You know, or leather works being done. You know, we want to see this industry grow to the point where we are so empowered and enabled that our culture, our cuisine, everything about the African continent that is greatness goes global authentically without losing its value.
Exactly.
For the rest of the world to also appreciate what Africa has been blessed with.
Yes, amen to that. And how do you guys plan on, honestly, because you want this, it is going to be global. I mean, we can obviously, it's going in that direction, but just for the audience and for the people in the back, like, how do you guys plan on, reaching out and touching and impacting these other cultures and races, like, that don't know much about our culture or traditions or anything? So how do you plan on, like, implementing others into the success of this for all?
Okay. Wait, you can
Thank you. That's a very good question because I had the opportunity to serve in Colorado to serve what we call amala. In Colorado, they've never heard what amala or tasted amala. They didn't even have a clue. But I could tell you they want a restaurant, so we may be going to Colorado.
Wow!
So we may be going to Colorado.
That's amazing. Yes. So what brought you to Colorado initially? Why were you there?
I was there for a wedding.
Okay.
And we
and introduced them.
I actually catered.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's amazing. So we have Colorado on the maps. I'm sure it's coming up.
Well, like what festivals do best. That's why it's a festival that we're holding. Festivals are one of the the most vibrant vehicles that there is to bring our culture to the rest of the world. Because anybody can walk into a festival.
Correct.
And at a festival, you're going to see variety. At a festival, you're going to come face to face with the authenticity of what you've been hearing about, because it takes time, effort, love, all that to bring, all the vendors in, and every vendor who comes in there understands that this is their craft that they're showcasing to the world, and so they put that extra oomph in it. You know what I mean? So aside from having festivals like the food business conference that he talked about, that's another vehicle that we have in this brand to be able to gather other audiences from around the world to our table and be able to educate and also share information to them. So we also have a lot of there's so many things like
cooking contest.
Right.
We also
talks, even podcasts are in the works as well. Newsletters are in the you already have newsletters,
and
right?
the TV show.
That's amazing.
Absolutely.
So what we want to do is
utilization of social media as well.
We're trying to build a community of people we call Afrolovers, people who love Africa and all things African, people who push the message out further into places where we ourselves can go. So we look forward to the day when one day we can franchise the Afro Food Festival. So some gentleman from Beijing can come to the we'd like to have an Afro Food Festival in Beijing. We give you all the tools you need to support you, and you go up and you have an amazing Afro Food Festival in Beijing. That's where we're going.
Yeah, that's amazing, honestly. I was just going to say, are you trying to create or are you already doing it? Because it's already happening.
No, it's already happening. We've done 4 cities this year. We have 7 lined up already for next year. We have space to add a few more. We just need the right support.
And we're open to invitation.
Yes.
If you want us in your city, just reach out to us.
Or country.
We're ready.
We're invited to Scandinavia. We're invited to Norway, and also we've been invited to Australia.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah, and we'll get there. We're a little far, but we'll get there.
No. It's not far at all. It's already here. I'm telling you, 2025. Listen, we're ending this year so grand. Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Yes.
In just a month, like this summer, you were already traveling from city to city. Are you serious? Listen, we're taking this thing globally, okay? Mark our words. If you didn't hear anywhere first, you heard it on the spotlight here with Afrovibes TV, okay? Food Networks, we're coming for you.
We're coming.
Okay? Y'all don't forget about me, though. Just don't forget about me.
I like to just put out there.
Thank you. Of course.
And it's some of the things we've talked about. We saw it in Baltimore. We saw the need for it in Baltimore. We'd like to help birth an association of African food business entrepreneurs. Get them all in the same room, get them talking and strategizing about how they can grow the market, give them the resources and the tools to engage government and other multilaterals. There are resources that are available, can be made available to them if they have one voice. The voice is loud enough. So an association of African food business entrepreneurs will help so much. You can have a chapter in every state in the US.
Every state,
everywhere.
It's very needed. It's very important. And honestly, coming from the motherland and just knowing the culture from Africa to America, I support this. You guys have no idea how much, because you're bringing health here. I mean, honestly, y'all get ready for serious healing, because in our cultures, like, we don't have all of these unnecessary things that goes on in like the American culture. So be excited to be educated, because this isn't just a festival. This is literally like a one-stop shop. Like there is everything, and outside of this, there is education, there is preparation, there is all of these things that's going exactly, and family and unity and community.
Family.
Yes, and you need to be educated.
Face painting for the kids. It'll be fun. There's one more project we have though. Do we have time to talk about it?
Sure, go ahead. Let's go.
So it's called the African Cuisine Accord. Now, basically, it's under our advocacy platform. And what it is we've created a document that's a shout out to multinational corporations who operate in Africa.
Okay.
And all we're asking is, look, if you operate in Africa and you derive value from Africa, anywhere in the world you put food on the table for guests, stakeholders, anybody, commit to saying that 10% of that food will be African food, sourced from authentic African vendors. What that'll do for the African food industry is that it'll put a lot of African food in front of people who otherwise may never see African food in the course of their life.
Yes.
Imagine a Google or a Microsoft or a Chevron signing up to this activities in the world. And the beauty of this is that all the work we're doing also helps to actualize all the SDGs. So our work is great, it's SDG compliant, and it'll have a transformational effect on Africa.
Yes.
If we can get African food to 10 billion by 2035 or faster, and 30% of that is going back to Africa for ingredients, resources, including, it'll be amazing. It'll be great.
Yeah, seriously, not even if, it is definitely going to happen because the intentions are pure and God is here with us. And honestly, whenever there is good and we're more than one gather, because this isn't just like, oh, we love to eat, let's feed everybody and make them, no, we're actually looking to nourish and replenish and hydrate and heal through the art of food. And it's just been so amazing to just be beside you, beautiful people. I don't even want to end this. You guys are so amazing. It was such a pleasure meeting you, Lucky. I know you're going to have to be traveling back to the UK, right?
Yes.
What an honor to just have you here. Seriously, y'all.
Thank you
December
so much.
28th.
Yes.
Of course. Thank you
for having us.
Of course. Thank you for being here.
A huge shout out to Afrovibes.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you. Yes.
See you all soon.
Yeah. Thank
See
you for
you
watching.
20th.
Come on.
See you on the 28th.
Saudi Oaks in Katy.
Yes. All right.
Go get your tickets.
Go get your ticket.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for
Vendor
joining us.
spaces are running out, so please, if you are a vendor and you want this opportunity to showcase your craft, your business, your flavor, or whatever it is, please rush to the website.
Rush.
It's afroflavor.org and sign up for your vendor spaces. You can also get your tickets on there as well.
Absolutely. Any final words for us, sir?
I think food is important. I think that food is perhaps one of the strongest unifying forces in the world. I mean, there's music, there's sport, but food is amazing. And I think that African food, I think the time for African cuisine to mainstream has come. African fashion, African music, African football have gone global.
Yes.
Food will follow.
Yeah.
And on that note, take care now.
Take care. What about you, Miss Lady?
Just show up.
Show up or get knocked down. All right. Thank you so much for being here with us of the Spotlight with Afrovibes TV. See you.
Thank you, Spotlight.